Okay, what is the domain of sine right now?
All real numbers from -1 to 1.
Come on, guys. All reals.
All
You're thinking of range. Okay, domain is everything. Okay. So, if I draw a sine wave, of course we know very well what a sine wave looks like. Yes?
Yes.
We know it's not 1 to 1, but what I want to do is I want to cut it off at a beginning and an end so that I have a chunk of that sine wave that is 1 to 1. And I want the biggest chunk possible. So where should I cut it, start and end, so I have the biggest chunk? And then where? I can be at pi. I mean, you can have at a point. But if I did there, is that the biggest chunk? Is that what you guys are talking about right here? 0 to pi over 2? I can do from negative pi over 2. So the biggest chunk be negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. Does everyone agree that that chunk is 1 to 1?
Yeah.
So if I make the domain of sine be negative pi over 2 to pi over 2, it's now 1 to 1, and technically it now has an inverse. So it solves one problem right there. We'll go ahead and look at cosine. And see how we could cut it. Where could I cut cosine up so I have the biggest chunk possible? 0 to pi. Because if I have this right here, 0 to pi. Does everyone see how that is 1 to 1? Let's do tangent. Tangent's easy to cut up. Because where could I cut it up? Tangent should be the easy one. Well, I want 1. I want from negative what?
Negative pi over 2.
To pi over 2, right? Just one little cycle. Is that what I think is some of you were trying to say? Just take one of them.
Yeah.
But from what to what is what I'm looking for. Now, so if I restrict the domains of all three, they now have inverses.